How much fuel does a plane actually carry? Do pilots fall asleep during flights? Are non-refundable tickets actually refundable? All this is explained and more in these 10 secrets airlines don't want you to know. Shh, know before you go. Number 1. Non-refundable tickets are actually refundable. The US Department of Transportation requires that all tickets can be refunded within the first 24 hours of purchase. This is actually required by all airlines, international and domestic, although it's generally easier to get that refund if you've booked directly through the airline and not a third-party website. Number 2. Pilots can be really tired. The pilot flying you to your dream destination can actually be stressed out and exhausted. Around 50% of pilots have actually confessed to have fallen asleep during a flight. Most guidelines say that pilots need around 8 hours of rest between flights. However, within those 8 hours, the pilot also has to travel and eat and may only actually get a few hours of sleep. 3. The plane doesn't have much fuel. Airlines don't fill the tanks for every flight, as jet fuel is heavy and carrying the unnecessary weight is inefficient, so they carry just the right amount for each flight. Number 4. Your airline has to pay you if they lose your luggage. Usually, if your airline loses your bag, they'll offer to pay you around $50, but generally what you're carrying is worth a lot more. If you happen to have the receipts of what you're carrying, the airline will have to reimburse you up to $3,300. Number 5. Pilots can't eat together. Like that one scene off Airplane,
every passenger on this plane will have fish for dinner. Will become violently ill in the next half hour.
pilots can't eat the same food or even at the same time. This prevents both pilots from coming down with food poisoning at the same time. Number 6. The plane is dirty. The plane is actually properly cleaned about once a day. However, it sees thousands of people throughout the day, all smearing their grubby hands all over your tray and blanket and pillows. So bring some hand sanitizer and clean your hands after everything you touch. Also, the pressurized air in the cabin makes it harder for your body to resist germs. Number 7. Vouchers are a con. Usually when a flight is overbooked, the airline will see if anybody will change flights for a $200 voucher. Don't be conned by this scam. According to the US Department of Transportation, if you're pulled from a flight, you're actually owed up to 400% of your ticket value. Number 8. Phones don't crash planes. Of course, you definitely should obey when they tell you to put your phone away, but all that your phone will actually do is to annoy the pilots, who will have to deal with the annoying sound of interference throughout the flight. But your phone won't crash the plane. However, you should listen to your flight crew. 9. Why they dim the lights. They don't actually dim the lights to help you sleep. It's actually so that your eyes would be accustomed to the dark if there was a power out in an emergency situation. Number 10. If you're rescheduled, they owe you money. Even if you've been rescheduled for a few hours later, you're still probably entitled to some compensation. And if your rescheduled flight can't get you to your destination within 2 hours for a domestic flight or 4 hours for an international flight, you're actually owed up to 200% of the original fare. Did these inside secrets surprise you? Comment below.